In Pacific Rim, mankind has to fight against giant monstrous sea creatures that came from underneath a portal in the Pacific Ocean. This movie stars Charlie Hunnam, Idris Elba, and Rinko Kikuchi. Charlie Hunnam plays Riley. He became a former pilot of these giant robots that humankind built to fight against the monstrous sea creatures, which are known as kaiju. The robots are Jaegers. After this accident that happened that pretty much changed everything in the course of the war against kaiju, he leaves the force, he leaves the army, and decides to live somewhere isolated in Alaska. And 5 years pass since that, and he gets called back in because they need his help, because the kaiju are destroying the world, and they need somebody, they need some pilots, some very good pilots. They don't have enough Jaegers to build in time without being destroyed. So this movie is directed by Guillermo del Toro. It's written by Travis Beacham and Guillermo del Toro. Like, if you had a perfect summer blockbuster, there's nothing else that can beat this. Like this, if you look up summer blockbuster in the dictionary, you'll find this movie as a definition. It's just everything you'd want in an action sci-fi movie. For me, this is like the best sci-fi action movie I've seen in quite a while. Guillermo del Toro, you know, he's directed Hellboy, Pan's Labyrinth, and his movies, he likes using lots of practical effects in his movies. And to tell you the truth, in this movie, I couldn't even tell the difference between practical effects and CGI. I know some of the things were obviously CGI, but it was so well done that it was just seamless. I'd have to really just look up and see how he did that. And usually, you know, his style of directing, lots of comedy and weird things happening throughout the whole movie. It was awesome. I know the 3D was actually really cool. I've never seen any 3D like that before in my life, and it was really awesome. And now let's talk about the writing. The writing, it's not anything like special. It has its comedy. The story makes sense, I guess, in a sci-fi-ish world. It just makes sense, but it was okay writing. There was nothing terrible about it. They had its one-liners that were actually pretty funny. I enjoyed the one-liners a bit. It's an action movie and a summer blockbuster. You can't really have really big plot twists in the movie. And fun time. Comes out July 12th. I recommend this one. It was fun. It was a fun movie. In fact, I think I want to pick this up on Blu-ray and 3D because it was just so cool. Yeah, I thought the actors did all right too. Charlie Hunnam, of course, is British. They made him speak with an American accent. You can note it a bit. They kind of broke a few times because his British accent's just too thick. But either way, he did fine. And we had Idris Elba. They just let him speak with his British accent, because other movies have made him speak with his American accent. He doesn't do a good job, but he did fine. He was just a Marshall. There it is, Marshall. He was just this hard-ass soldier. That's what he was, and he was the leader. He was the one leader they had there at the time. This movie also has Charlie Day in it and Ron Perlman. Charlie Day is a scientist in it. He's pretty smart. He's a genius, but of course it's Charlie Day, so he's just gonna be hilarious throughout the whole movie. And the movie was actually quite funny a lot of the times. There was some crazy stuff. There was one part in a fight. It's not any spoiler, but let's see if there's anything wrong with this movie. I don't know. I can't really think of much that's wrong. With Guillermo del Toro's directing, what he likes to do, it's just so out of place. You're like, why would they do that? But yet you still laugh because it was so ridiculous. Charlie Day, everyone did fine. They did a good job. It was spectacular, I guess. It was just great. The actual premiere at Dolby Theater on Hollywood Boulevard in Los Angeles, July 9th, and it was cool because fans just waiting. There was at least almost 400 or more people just waiting in line, and I was among those people just waiting because I was able to get a free pass. It was a great theater. The whole premiere thing, the whole experience was awesome because that was probably the biggest premiere I've been to, and it was kind of surprised because I didn't know it was actually going to be the premiere. And I get there, I was like, well, this is freaking awesome, and just everyone was there. I mean, we only got a glimpse of Idris Elba. I didn't get a glimpse of anybody else, but they were all there, and they had an after party apparently, like right down the street too. But yes, Dolby Theater was humongous. It was awesome. I would like to go again to one of those premieres there. It was great. But anyways, this movie, we were waiting in line the whole time. I talked with a few people. There was some security guy. He just shrugged at every question everyone asked him. Completely useless. But I was able to get in. And we passed the red carpet because they had closed off a block of Hollywood Boulevard, and they had the red carpet and the paparazzi taking pictures of everyone coming in. I got a glimpse of Idris Elba walking in, and they took us inside to the Dolby Theater, and they gave us like soda and popcorn and stuff. It's all cool. I've been to other ones and I've done the same thing, but this one's especially awesome because you're at the Dolby Theater. It doesn't matter, whichever part you sat on, the screen looked perfect. It was a humongous screen. Maybe the size of an IMAX screen, maybe bigger. And we saw it in 3D. It was great. I think it was fine. It was well done. It was fine. It was a good movie. I enjoyed it. Should watch it. Go see it. July 12th, which is this Friday. You guys can follow me on Twitter and Tumblr at TheRealRobertAH, and you can check out my column on the website thesashamarinashow.com. Watch this movie, Pacific Rim, comes out July 12th. And, well, that's the movie. Okay, how to say this? This movie is like literally just awesome. But yes, the movie is good. I think people should really go see this. It was just perfect action movie because it was just amazing. But yes, it was a great movie. Lots of. It's just a fun action movie. That's what it is, and I enjoyed it a lot. There's nothing else you can explain. It's just awesome, like awesome movie.